You know, I just recently uploaded a video called Sweet Baby Inc. is 300% cooked, and I don't know how. Just, what, 24 hours after that? Well, it increased. They updated their status. And I do mean this one should be official update. And this is coming from Smash JT Live. Okay, before we react to this, I just want to say I'm not going to react to all of it. I'm going to react to some of it. At least the LinkedIn part, I don't know. I will skip much of it. But most importantly, I'll leave the full video link in the description. Pardon the rain. You know what? Let's make it a theme.
You found this. This is Sweet Baby Inc., their latest update on LinkedIn. And it says, hey, we tend to keep our work a bit quieter these days for no reason at all. Ho, 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 ho. But we wanted to do our quarterly ish LinkedIn update talk about a couple of our recent projects. So this is
wait. I want to just call out the Sweet Baby Inc. people who are totally watching, because I know you guys are, because you hid the puppet video. You played your hand and you hid the puppet video. But I'm gonna say this is that I don't believe you've ever done this before. So pretending that this is a common thing that you do, again, unless maybe I missed it, I don't think you do that.
Nope. I've never seen this either, but maybe that's just me too. Afterlove EP was a labor of love as opposed to other games.
I'm gonna have to step in. I hate doing this, but I'm gonna have to defend them a little bit here.
Okay.
Because unfortunately, the game's creator invited them to the project, and he passed away.
Oh,
before the project was finished, as you can read
here.
So so look, I'll give them a pass on that one. You know, I'm not gonna dunk on them for that.
No, fair. My concern when it comes to this is the same with the Sungrand Studios stuff, is trying to swing that into a business deal, and bringing that kind of stuff up is kind of, we'll see. I haven't read it. We were invited to the project by the game's creator, Mohammed Farmi, shortly before his passing in 2022. In the wake of this loss, we reached out to the team to offer our condolences, our support, and our aid in finishing the game, which tells the story of a young man processing the death of his partner.
Before we could let them continue, sorry I have to cut some of that. I think we could give Sweet Baby Inc. a pass for this one, but let's continue forward. I mean, there are something that at least they done right, but then again, this is Sweet Baby Inc. Nobody even have the doubts that they will done anything right.
Yeah, it is kind of curious.
Right? Working with this person and fellow traveler. What? La Alpha?
I don't know.
And Soy?
I believe it. They're Indonesian names, as I think it's some sort. I think that's what they mention here.
Okay. Was incredible and collaborative. And we'd urge you to travel to Indonesia and see this journey of love and grief for yourself. Available on PC and Switch now. So I will just say, over this, obviously tragic to lose any life. I'm not going to try to mince words on that, but the trying to get past that to talk about the game part of this is the same problem that every Sweet Baby Inc. game falls into, with, hey, play our game from another place that has nothing to do with you or your culture or what you would care about, and learn about this other stuff. It's like, well, maybe if it's interesting to me, but more often than not, I want to play a video game to escape and have fun, not be pushed into a direction of learning about a different culture and learning to be like that. I don't know. Maybe that's just me.
I think that Sweet Baby Inc. should rebrand themselves and just make and I say this lightly as more of a joke, but if they made educational games,
that's
at least then they would go do that.
Those two are right. Go do that. Go do educational. Although I'm gonna bet they don't have the necessary education to even make it. What are the chances of all those Sweet Baby Inc. people barely graduated and their degrees or diploma will be different from their jobs?
This is like the modern day version of Mario is Missing. That's what it feels like. South of Midnight is Black Southern Gothic.
I resent that as part of Gothic therapy. I do not give you permission.
Do not
to
endorse
use the word Gothic.
Come to
it's ours. Copyrighted. No, I'm just kidding.
What the heck is sumptuous? I gotta look this word up. Sumptuous. Yeah. Splendid and expensive looking.
Who uses that word? That's a really weird. this is honestly, I'm sorry, you could tell
What?
this is Kim all over it.
Oh, 100%. 100%. But come to sumptuous life. Expensive? I don't know. I haven't played the game, but I've
I
watched
feel
people
like
play it.
that has to be a spelling mistake or something. Like maybe an autocorrect that makes like come to expensive life.
That's expensive and splendid. No. Sorry, not expensive life. Splendid and expensive looking. So almost
So
like
yeah, but this is in look again. It says got come to expensive and good looking life.
mhm.
Okay, so I'll be the first to break it to you that you guys, it's not going to recoup that expensive price tag. Sorry.
That's true, it's not gonna recoup. Why do we say this? Because, first off, wherever their money comes from, it's gonna be dried out. And I have to say, of which I don't know if you know this, in my first channel, I've already made a video called Days Gone sequel. It's been 6 years. We haven't even seen a Days Gone sequel. Many people would say it was Sony's fault not greenlighting it. Only the real culprit is the journalists. The journalists hate that game, and because of that, guess what? Days Gone didn't get a sequel. Got a remaster, but they didn't get a sequel, and it took 6 years to get to this point. I know it's not relevant, but I had to put it in.
And Sweet Baby came along for the journey, working with the hugely talented team at Compulsion Games and Microsoft for over 2 years. Could you imagine how much money they got paid? For 2
A
years
lot.
of work with an entire team of people? Yikes. We wove a tale of loss, self-discovery, and the power of connection. By the way, just full disclosure and transparency, when I read this, they are using this as an opportunity to just advertise, buy our games that are coming up. This is all this is. It's not a
Yep.
quarterly report. It's not a hey, here's an update. No, it's like this is their Nintendo Direct. Our crew helped with story development, script writing, and cultural authenticity.
But they don't do what we think they do. They're only narrative, except for all the stuff they do that isn't
Yeah,
narrative.
they're definitely not DEI. Here's the best
Also,
part.
I have to interrupt Smash because it seems like True North is trying to tell you something in the chat.
Oh, what's he saying? I would pay for a song on this chat. I'm not kidding.
Okay, sorry I had to pause this, and I think I'm gonna react to one more video, and I think I'll skip a bit. Well, this thing's something you already know. I'll skip right here. See, here's the thing, cultural authenticity. I have to ask one question. If South of Midnight is about the Deep South, why in the hell are you even hiring Sweet Baby Inc? Why do you need them? You already have the stuff that you need, and visit there. Why do you need Sweet Baby Inc? Seriously. To the people who are from the black community, do you approve this Canadian consultant or Canadian Games of Compulsion Games, what they're doing to represent your culture or your people in the Deep South? Tell me in the comments. Man, I had to say, there's a lot of things.
Mechanics of it? Nah, no one cares about that. They care about the narrative. We're grateful, honored, and excited. South of Midnight is out now on Xbox and PC. GDC. While we're here, this was 14 hours ago. This still in America? This still here?
No, while
Didn't
we're here,
GDC
post.
okay. I was like, what? Did
Wait,
GDC end
read-
like a week ago?
I read fast. Sorry. So
Okay.
one of the reasons
Well-
I'm a good researcher is because I read fast.
Well, I
what
read
they
fast
say
too,
here.
but I'm reading out loud. It slows me down a
It's
little bit.
okay.
While we're here, thanks to everyone we met and hung out with at GDC. Thanks for coming to our talks and panels and for reminding us that this industry is made of people.
Because gamers aren't people, don't you know?
Of course, of course.
Okay, first off, what Kimberly says, this one, the industry is made of people. Seriously, how about you tell that to the people that you attack? Kimberly? That's BS.
If you're looking to collaborate with us, grab a meeting, or just learn more, just drop us a line. I mean, I've dropped them a line before about when Chris Kindred reached out to my old job. They never got back to me about
I
that.
emailed them. I never got a response.
They never got back to you either? Weird.
Well, I was nice. I said, look, if I'm going to be reporting on you guys, I might as well just give you the opportunity. Like, do you want to say anything? Whatever. They didn't want to talk to me.
As expected, they don't want to talk about it. Unbelievable. Seriously, when you requested, tell me something. Why didn't you want to talk about it? Are you that pussy? Seriously, you've been saying that these grifters are pussy, all that. But when people reach out to you to talk, you backed out. Why didn't you want to collab with these two? See the hypocrisy of this? I have to say, I'm surprised they're still going. Since Sweet Baby Inc. is Canadian, I'm not certain about the Canadian government. My best bet is that if Canadian have to become a US state, and remember this is just a theory, if Canada were a US state, Sweet Baby Inc. will be shut down permanently. Look, it's going to be a matter of time before Sweet Baby Inc. shuts down. They will have nowhere to go. They cannot apply for any works because people already caught on to their BS. Do any of you approve to this? Because I know some of you who are either from the marginalized community or even from Blacks, Hispanic, Latino, LGBTQ, you don't approve this, what Sweet Baby Inc. is doing. Because of them, well, at least them, it is the reason why many marginalized groups or LGBT community are being disliked even more. To all of you who think that Sweet Baby Inc. is doing you a good cause, think again. What's gonna happen next? I don't know what's gonna happen next. Why do I get the feeling that it's gonna increase the moment I upload this video? What are the chances are that happen? We'll see.
Back where I belong.
Down to 30 seconds.
Good night. Hit the gas, Hero.
Time's burning out.
Another epic victory. Big win.
Leave a like and subscribe if you want gaming news, gaming theories, or you just want to see me play games. You can visit my first, third, and fourth channel up here or link in the description.